Hey, good Saturday morning, everybody. It is an absolutely gorgeous sunrise here in Southern California. I'm getting ready for the morning briefing, but I couldn't help but notice how beautiful it is. There's no wind. The wolf moon is up above, and the wolf moon is shining down on us as you look at the city lights from Long Beach, California, and San Pedro, California. The morning briefing is next. Stay tuned.
Chop, chop.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and happy Saturday to you all. It is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, the sunrise is beautiful. We've got the wolf moon up above. No wind at all. The ocean looks beautiful. And hey, if you happen to see any orcas feeding on dolphin, let me know because they were awfully close to the beach yesterday as they've been entertaining whale watchers here in Southern California for quite some time along with the gray whales. Boy, I'll tell you, we've got so much to cover with you. Of course, the Bart Hall Show. 2 more days is all. Get up there today. I'll see you. I'll be wandering around again. Can't wait to meet you. And thank you so much for all the great support you've been giving us here. A couple of dates that I want to mention to you. St. Patrick's Day at 22nd Street Landing. We'll be working with the El Patron. Beautiful boat, doing so many great trips. And they're going to be offering free harbor cruises to the Friedman Adventures family. That's you, by the way. So that will be on St. Patrick's Day. Details to follow about the hours. I'm thinking like 9 until 1 in the afternoon. We'll also have some food available. You'll be able to come in and see the Friedman Adventures studio. It'll be a fun and festive day. Also coming up, I just talked to Catherine Woodward at Bass Pro Shops in Rancho Cucamonga, and we are going to be at Bass Pro Shops on several different dates in March and I think April. I'll let you know more about that, but we'll be back at Bass Pro Shops, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm thinking a morning briefing live from Rancho Cucamonga at Bass Pro Shops. That's going to be awesome also. We'll continue to watch several other breaking news stories here today. Big fish on the long range scene. Those yellowfin are very impressive. We're also seeing tremendous fishing in Cabo, San Lucas. A good friend of mine had just a banner day down there here recently. There's still some local halibut. There's some good surf fishing. There's all kinds of great things going on. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good Saturday morning, my friends. Oh my God. You can't help but feel blessed when you look at this. It is absolutely gorgeous. And really, I'm not joking all that much about seeing orcas because down there around Dana Point, they saw orcas feeding on dolphin right off the beach. You could literally stand on the beach and watch that spectacle of nature play out. Perfect surf fishing conditions here today. I'll tell you, the barred perch fishing has been outstanding. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply, deeply appreciate it. Appreciate all your support. Also, if you could share these with a friend, tick the bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. And, of course, subscribe right now to the Friedman Adventures channel here on YouTube. Over 12,000 of you have done it, and we're just keep growing. It is really great. Also, you can follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, over there on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. All right, let's jump into it with you all. And, man, I got to tell you, there is some great stuff going on. Good friend of mine, Graham Hepson. His dad, Mark, and I used to fish together all the time. I mean, we used to go on the Conquest out of San Diego's Fisherman's Landing with Joe Chayton. We traveled to Mexico. I mean, you name it, we did it. But Graham, his son, was down there out of Pisces Fleet in Cabo, San Lucas. And I don't know how you can have a much better day than they had out of there. They ended up releasing 16 striped marlin, wide open marlin bite. I mean, they got tired of pulling on those beautiful fish, and they also had a couple of Dorado to go along with it. Great fishing in Cabo. Sean Morgan has been telling us he's up there in San Jose del Cabo on the Wild and Sack. He's been telling us how great it's been, and he's not kidding around. And Sean says it's only a few miles outside of San Jose del Cabo where they are encountering this magnificent Cabo San Lucas fishing right now. So that sounds awfully good to all of us. We continue to watch also the situation up there moving up and then down from here, up from Cabo and down here from Southern California, 140 mile San Quintin area. There's some good yellowtail action going on down there in that neck of the woods. Copious amounts of rockfish up in Ensenada. Very lively action this year in Ensenada. We've had flurries of barracuda around Todos Santos Island. We've had those big bonita biting from Santo Tomas all the way up to Todos and several other areas also. You've got the rockfish to fall back on, some big lings and so much more. And man, I'll tell you what, you also have some really good calico bass fishing at times. You can really pull a rabbit out of the hat. Sammy Susore Amador was fishing there around the area, Todos Santos Island, and pulling some really nice big lingcod. So some excellent fishing south of the border right now, and that just continues to impress, of course, our friends over there at Blackfin Sport Fishing with copious amounts of rockfish in that bonita, sometimes some barracuda, occasional yellowtail, also not that much, but an occasional forky also thrown in there. And gorgeous weather until about Wednesday, when here in SoCal, Northern Cal, and even down into Baja, some rain will start to fall, and then it's going to be off and on rain, it looks like, for about a week. But as we get closer to that, we'll tune you up on that. Really nice fishing south of the border. Keep that in mind, my friends. All right, also, as we start to move up, hey, good luck, you guys. All right, there goes some anglers down there. You can see heading for the jetty, it looks like. This surf bite has been stupendous, and I'll get into that in a moment. Let's talk about the long-range situation, because it really has been outstanding. As I say, no place on the face of this earth is consistently biting every single day. But overall, the long-range scene has been wonderful. Now, remember, these are days when boats leave from San Diego and move several hundred miles down the Baja Peninsula. 16-day trips are very common during this time of the year. They focus on that giant yellowfin tuna and wahoo, but they catch a variety of other species. They can get into some wide-open dorado bites and catch some grouper. They can catch all kinds of stuff, but focus is on the big yellowfin tuna. And the boys have been doing really well down below, no question about it. You have the XL down there. The Independence is underway, heading down there. The Royal Polaris, Roy Rose described it as a pick, but nice fish. They had 11 yellowfin tuna yesterday. The Red Rooster 3 also getting in on some good yellowfin tuna fishing. They had one that went 222 pounds on board the Red Rooster 3. The Royal Polaris the other day had a 298. There's been several fish up over that 200-pound mark. A lot of 70 to 90s. Sometimes it's a good bite on that 100 to 160 grade yellowfin tuna. Overall, it's been really, really good. And then some good bites on the skins from time to time. The wahoo bite, some days is really, really good. Other days it's a little scratchy. As I say, every day is different. But some really good long-range stuff going on. And it just continues to impress. Jerry Goldstein, he's got a 9-day trip in November. Only 20 anglers on the Spirit of Adventure. If you'd like some more information on that, it departs November 14th. And then it brings you back into Cabo San Lucas on November 23rd. You can fly home, or if you want to ride home on board the Spirit, what a great ride that's going to be with lots of good food. Well, you can do that. You arrive in San Diego November 26th. Give Jerry a call if you're interested on that one, 949-637-5891. Keep that in mind, my friends. So some really good fishing going on in terms of the long-range scene, as this is just a spectacular sunrise here in Surfside this morning. Absolutely beautiful. You know, somebody suggested here recently that I have a rod out during the morning briefing, and I'm close to doing that. We'll get through this bar haul show, and I think that would be fun, right? I mean, right during the morning briefing, the rod goes off, and I've got to get back there and catch a fish. I'm all about it, because this is way, way too tempting as I look at that this morning. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's get you up here into Southern California, where the rockfish season is on hold right now. We are closed here in Southern California. If you want rockfish, you have to go south of the border. You can go down to those pongeros that I previously mentioned, blackfin. You can go down there and visit our friends at Juanitos Sport Fishing. El Horse is another nice six-pack down there. There's a whole bunch of great operators in Baja. Or you can jump on a San Diego-based boat and they go into Mexican waters where you can catch rockfish. Here in SoCal, we are taking a look at some good wintertime bass fishing. The Spitfire the other day, again, picking away at the bass, doing good, having fun with the kids. It doesn't get any better than that. We have good bass fishing, structure fishing. When I say good, a couple fish per rod. If you're in the know, catching your 5-fish limit is not out of the question, daytime and nighttime. But from the border all the way up to the Channel Islands, you find some structure, you're likely to find some wintertime, nice, big, fat, grumpy sand bass, some calico bass. In addition to that, it's been pretty darn good. Leadhead and squid, or a sliding egg sinker with a big hook like a 5-0. And squid, it does not have to be live, fresh, dead, is going to work just perfectly for you. Again, fluorocarbon is a must. Fish as heavy a line as you can get a bite on. So if you can get away with the 40-pound, do it, because you're in all that structure in those bad neighborhoods. But if you can't get a bite, don't be afraid to drop down to 20, and don't think that you're not going to get sawed off. You are, but you're going to get a lot of bites, and you're going to catch some of those fish. Wind fast when you get a bite, because they're going to run you right back into the structure. So don't even worry about short stroking, raising up on the rod. Just point the rod at them and turn the handle. Get some line. Get them away from that structure. Once you do, you're going to be in the clear and be able to pull on those fish. So some good stuff going on there. All right, halibut fishing. Several boats have been focusing in on the halibut here. The Native Sun is one of those boats. They only had one halibut yesterday. Nick Ramirez was on board there. He had a short fish, and they had several short fish. Conditions were off, but they were able to get that one legal halibut. In some cases, it's been pretty darn good, but it seems like overall our halibut bite here has slowed a little bit. We'll keep our eyes on that. It's a heck of a competition on the Native Sun with thousands of dollars in prizes. They also have a bass competition going on. It's pretty darn exciting. Aloha Spirit. Well, perhaps you'll hang on at the very end, because if you didn't hear Captain Pat O'Brien of the Aloha Spirit up there at Cisco's give some great halibut tackle tips, I've got them pinned on to the very end of today's report. Yesterday, 17 anglers, 7 halibut. Nice hit. They had a white sea bass. They had whitefish. They had a pretty good little bite on the blue perch. Also, where did those little devils go? 6 calico bass, some other miscellaneous stuff. Not bad at all. Up there on board, the Aloha Spirit out of Cisco's in Oxnard. Don't forget Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing. They offer so many great boats and so many great fishing adventures and opportunities. 676 805. Wow. 676-3474. Man, I am losing it here this one. I'm just way too excited about how good this surf looks. Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing offering some great stuff for you. All right, Dana Wharf's down there. They continue to catch some bass also. San Diego's got that going on. Again, about Dana Wharf, yesterday, whale watch boats and private boaters, for that matter, were down there watching these beautiful orcas feed on dolphin. Really a spectacle of nature. And that was taking place around Dana Point at Strands Beach, where people could literally stand on the beach and look out and see that going on. Really spectacular. Gray whales are making their migration from the Bering Sea in Alaska down to the warm water lagoons of Baja, California. They were also attacking a gray whale, but it was a little too big, and they said, this is way too much trouble. Let's go eat those dolphin again. So that's kind of what went on down there. But really, really spectacular whale watching here in SoCal right now. I don't know how you can beat that. Lobster hoop netting. Don't forget to go by the Promar Ahi booth at the Bart Hall show at the Long Beach Convention Center. Say hi to Steve Oropesa and the rest of the gang there. Last night, Matthew Tran and his dad limited out 7 lobster per angler, and that's a pretty good lobster hoop netting. They were finished at 8:30 in the evening. Quick, easy, great, and man, are they good to eat. Lobster hoop netting remains really, really well. All right, we've been mentioning this great barred perch fishing from down below the border, down there around the beaches in San Quintin and Punta Colonet, up there around Ensenada, Rosarito, Tijuana. It's been fantastic up here in SoCal. Same kind of thing we've got it going on down in San Diego at the Huntington Beach area here at Bolsa Chica and Surfside, Seal Beach, up around Ventura. It has been fantastic. Rob Smith, he got the kids out. Rob, way to go, hooking the kids on such a great thing, fishing. And man, they just put the wood to the bar perch. Tremendous bar perch fishing for them. Glenn Saldivar down there in San Diego. Honey badger baits all over some really nice big slabs. Some fish, some bar perch over 10 inches. How in the heck can you beat that? And Cameron Walsh, he was fly fishing in the surf. Some guys love to do that. He caught halibut and bar perch fly fishing in the surf. It is really good right now. And bar perch in the wintertime, very prevalent in SoCal and northern Baja, and they fight hard and they are great to eat. Mojada frita, man. I mean, you can't get it any better than that. So some really good opportunities going on there. There's some great trout fishing at the local lakes here in Southern California. I'm talking the in-city lakes. They're being stocked with greater regularity, so you can take advantage of that. Also, places like Santa Ana River Lakes, a 19-pound trout yesterday, big, fat, beautiful trout. So there's a lot of that going on also. Don't forget, your surf fishing headquarters in Southern California, Big Fish Bait and Tackle, down there on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They've got all the baits you'll need to come out here and be successful. Oh my God, I hate to look at that. It's just calling me. It's perfect conditions right now. Throw a 2-hook rig out there with bait from Big Fish Bait and Tackle, and your rod is going to go off here this morning. Or you can throw a chrome crocodile or a little Castmaster, pick off a yellowfin croaker or a halibut. Also, very effective here in the surf are lucky crab lures for the halibut. But the bar perch have really been biting well. They love those grubs. They'll also eat lucky crab, the bigger, more aggressive bar perch, and a little chrome jig. They get all over that at times also. Beautiful, beautiful morning and a great time to visit our friends at Big Fish Bait and Tackle. All right, my friends, I don't know what to tell you. It is absolutely gorgeous here today. I got out here at daybreak, get this report up and to you nice and early so I can see at the Bar Hall Show, which opens at 10 a.m. this morning, goes till 7 p.m. And then Sunday, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. as this show is going way too fast. Huge attendance, great show. Bart, you are doing a fantastic job, and it is such an honor and a pleasure to spend time with you, as I will be here in just a little bit. All right, my friends, take great care. Don't forget, St. Patrick's Day, March the 17th, 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. Also, don't forget, I'll be at Bass Pro Shops. I'll have those dates for you coming up shortly as we work that out. Check out my schedule and see exactly when we will be out there at Bass Pro Shops. That will be a lot of fun. Our charter schedule will be available on Monday if you want to charter with us, and I do guide surf fishing little seminars for small groups, like maybe 4 or 5 guys. Do a private lesson also down here in Surfside, California. We'll be doing that starting in March also. All right, have a great day. It's beautiful. I hope you get out and take a walk on the beach. More importantly, I hope to see you over there at the Bart Hall Show at the Long Beach Convention Center. Take care, my friends. Have a great, beautiful Saturday, wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you really, really soon.
There's so much squid that we've been looking at there's several different squid beds, and we're looking at we've been keeping good tabs. And I tell all my passengers in the morning, with this amount of squid around and this good water we have going on this year, it might not be today and it might not be tomorrow, but I say one of these days we're gonna kick some fish's ass on this, some yellowtail and some sea bass and stuff. So we've been keeping tabs on it. We've been rolling through there every morning and giving it a good look and trying stuff and making bait. And one of these mornings, like I said, we're gonna kick the piss out of them. Guys fishing light line get a lot more bites.
Yes.
Lot more bites. Obviously, when you're fishing, aside from squid, but if you're fishing fin bait, the guys that are getting the most bites are fishing really lively baits. They're changing their baits. Some guys wind up and they see the bait kicking a little bit, and they say, "Oh, he still looks good," and drops it back down. That's not going to catch the attention over the guy standing next to you with a real lively bait. If you're fishing halibut or pretty much anything from bluefin to barracuda, you want that bait that's swimming. And You know, and same with halibut. You want a bait that's down there flashing around better than the guy next to you. So that's key. Real lively baits every time you wind up, every couple minutes, whether anchovy or sardine, you want something down there where you can feel your rod tip bounce.
So I tried to include Doug Tikt in this message, but he's way too freaking humble. Him and I are loading up a U-Haul with tons of stuff. That's Doug tossing it in. If I put this camera on him, are you going to kill me if I do? Yeah. You have to get the credit here,
Manual
man.
labor.
Okay, man, we're heading to La Mirada to warehouse this off to Mexico again here shortly. Thanks, everybody. We'll check in a little bit later.